Morocco, the Rock, the original Rock. Don Morocco, I cannot say enough good things about Don Morocco. He was a mentor, uh, just a partner in
Crime.
fun crime. I was gonna say a partner in crime, but I had to tame it with something, but fun crime, you might say, or non-violent crime. Um, some of it was violent against each other, I should say. But golly, Don and I have had so much fun together over the years, especially in the Florida territory, uh, WWE, WWF, Hawaii, just all over. Don is he's a legend in Hawaii, and he's a legend in the wrestling industry all over the world. And I love Don. Had a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah, he's a right get sums at your door. I've got a couple of questions about Don that I'm going to have to ask about, and I read a few stories in your book, Truth Be Told. I will be referencing it for you. I know you're going to be referencing it as well. And I won't ask the one about the mother and daughter. I will ask the one about Jack. I can ask about the mother and daughter if you like.
No, 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 no.
Okay.
Let's go to the next one.
Read the book.
You got to buy the book, Truth Be Told, to read that one.
Rightly so. But we can talk about Maui Wowie and Don's hookup, and he was always the best guy to get the sticky icky from.
Well, it so happened, I'm probably a month into the business, maybe not even that, and the Briscoes had pulled lots of ribs on me. Of course, Muraco helped them, assisted them in some of the ribs that they pulled on me, some of the jokes. It was a constant, when you're a rookie, you're constantly getting ribs or jokes pulled on you, and it's nonstop, and it's at your expense and at the boys' delight. But this happened to be the situation you're referring to, James, is when we were on the way back from Tallahassee, or along that way. It could have been one of the smaller towns there, but we were in the chiefland area, which is notorious for police. And apparently we were speeding, but before we were speeding, I know Jack had slowed down, because I remember Gerald told him to slow down. We were in Jack Briscoe's brand new 1977, 78 Bill Blass Lincoln Continental. And Jack was driving, Gerald was in the front seat, I was behind Gerald, and Don Morocco was in the back seat with me. And everybody's happy. I guess Don had brought this bag of Maui Wowie pot from Hawaii, and very expensive stuff, especially at the time. And we did things. I pray that other people don't get the idea to do any of these things because they were foolish. And you look back sometimes at the things that you do as adults, and you think, well, what a fool I was, or how foolish that was. The outcome could have been a lot worse. But it's after the matches. The beers are being passed around. Of course, I'm the bartender. They make me do everything. And the car is full of smoke, and all of a sudden we see the flashing lights behind us. And I'm thinking to myself, this is it. I haven't even been in the business for a month, and I'm about to go to jail. I'm about to lose everything that I've worked so hard for, and I'm really, really scared. And these guys are just be cool, everything's all right. Jack's not really commenting. I guess he was just happy at the time. And God, I can't believe it. He's getting closer. The highway patrolman's getting closer, and all of a sudden there's nothing to do, but they're telling me, get that pot out of this car, get the pot. So crack the door and dumping the Don's pot where I could. And it's like there's a lot of confusion in the car. Everybody's telling you to do this or do that, do this, do that. I dump the pot out, the door shut. All of a sudden, Jack Briscoe just opens the door, and it was like Cheech and Chong. And the highway patrolman, he's standing there. Jack opens the door and stands up. And the guy goes, we're all scared to death. I don't know what it was about Jack, but he feared nothing. And he just figured if he was going to jail, he was going to jail. But he had a big smile on his face, obviously, a natural smile. And he said, "Yes, sir, officer." And the officer goes, "Jack Briscoe, Jack Briscoe, I can't believe it. You're my favorite wrestler. I couldn't wait to meet you. I just can't believe that you're here." And marijuana smoke's going in his face, and there's beer cans in the car, and all he's worried about is Jack Briscoe. I can't believe this. I'm listening to this, and it's like something from a fantasy, like it's a dream, but it's a reality. And he goes, "I would have never known it was you, except I stopped Pat Patterson about 10 minutes ago, and he told me you'd be coming through in this Bill Blast Lincoln Continental. And as soon as I saw it, I knew I was going to meet my hero." And here I am. Boy, would you, all I want, Jack, is an autographed photo. And I don't think Jack had any autographed photos, but he's getting things to sign. He's looking in the glove compartment. I don't know what he came out with, but long story, he appeased the officer, and unbelievably, the officer lets us go. And he takes off, and all I'm hearing is, "Get the pot, get the pot, get the pot." They're all worried about the pot. And I'm just grateful, so grateful to God that we did not go to jail. I can't believe that Pat Patterson, knowing that Jack and Gerald were going to be, have beer in the car at least, would tell the officer to pull Jack over. But I guess, it humored the officer, and it just wound up being a long story. I think by the time they made me get the flashlight weeds backed up so the headlights could be on there, and I'm telling them not to do this because the cop's going to come back. And anyway, I think he wound up getting like about maybe 25% of his marijuana back, and it was one of the scariest times of my life, James.
I bet it was as well. I mean, I don't know what the drug laws and the penalties were for carrying at that time, but they strike me as
all gone to jail.
Yeah, unusually high, I'm sure.
Yes, we could have all gone to jail for sure.
Right. I have a billion questions to ask you, so I have to be quite judicious of what I'm going to go for. But it's going to be another Don Morocco question. I'm sorry. Did you? Because I know you're in the company with WWF, but I'm not sure you were in Florida. Of any of the times that Don was fired for doing something?
I was never around when Don was fired. I often wondered why Don didn't get a bigger push. I thought he should have had the strap. Same thing with the Killer Bees. I mean, we were promised the straps 3 times, and our action figures even have the straps, one of the sets of them. But that's another story. But I really thought Don should have had the straps, and I don't know why. I don't know. They came down pretty hard with the drug testing. I don't know if that was a problem. I have no idea, James.